The Boiled One. The Boiled One, also known as Fen 228, is the main villain in the 2024 analog horror video The Boiled One Phenomenon. It's a creepy figure that hijacks TV broadcasts to spread dangerous messages, causing people to fall into a pseudo-coma. It's tall and skinny with raw, red skin that looks like it's been boiled alive. Its head is all misshapen, like it's been melted in a microwave, with a mouthful of teeth that's always hanging open and big eyes that stares into your soul. You can't see him unless he wants you to, or unless you're looking through a camera. The Boiled One is smart, calm, and downright malicious. It mainly targets a World War II veteran, Job Zamperini, and his family, psychologically tormenting them with disturbing visions and creepy broadcasts. It feeds on their fear and paralysis, telling them they have no choice but to accept their fate while pretending it's guiding them to something righteous. Escaping him isn't exactly easy. Exposure to his image is dangerous. The best advice? If you've memorized his face, do not attempt to sleep. Always watch footage from a distance of at least 3 feet while wearing blue light glasses. The Painters. The Painters are a pair of violent murderers from the series The Painter by Urban Spook. They're responsible for over 100 violent murders that took place in the early to mid-2000s. These murders were cold and deeply personal, with each painting reflecting the way the victim died. The leader is Mona D. Lanius, the one behind the murders and the artwork. She's methodical, sadistic, and fully in control. Her partner, Bill Collins, helped her track victims, avoid surveillance, and carry out the torture and killings. Mona appears calm, manipulative, and coldly creative. Bill is more silent, watchful, and loyal. Together, they moved unnoticed, often slipping past authorities undetected for years. The entire case is documented through a series of old VHS tapes, styled like police evidence, found in the protagonist's basement for reasons that haven't been explained. These tapes reveal each crime in grim detail. Eventually, Mona was captured alive, while Bill was gunned down during a confrontation. Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel, also called the One True Savior, is from the Mandela Catalog, a Type 2 alternate. He first appears in Overthrown, where he sabotages the Annunciation and seemingly prevents the birth of Christ, later declaring himself as humanity's true savior, though it's clear his actual goal is the complete destruction of mankind. In his false form, Gabriel appears as a beautiful, serene archangel. He wears long white robes and has large white wings, blonde hair, a soft facial structure, and blue almond-shaped eyes. His appearance is so angelic and peaceful that it easily deceives mortals. This appearance is designed to gain trust and hide his true intentions. When revealing his true form, Gabriel's figure is taller, around 3 meters, and far more unsettling. His body appears lanky and stretched. He no longer has wings. His face is elongated and sinister, with exaggerated cartoon-like eyes that are large and bright against a distorted, shadowy face. His overall presence becomes eerie and inhuman and creates an intense feeling of unease. Gabriel is immortal and can shapeshift, mimic voices, and manipulate others. He acts as a hive mind leader for all alternates, commanding them at will. The Intruder. The Intruder, also known as Stanley, is the secondary antagonist in the Mandela Catalog. He can shapeshift, alter media, control electronics, and inflict MAD, also known as metaphysical awareness disorder, onto his victims. His most common form is a distorted black and white face shown on TV, but he also appears in person as a man in a black hoodie with a decayed or obscured face. His behavior is strategic, sadistic, and deeply manipulative, especially toward children. He's an anomalous entity responsible for the mass abduction of 3,426 children across multiple counties at the same time, which led to the government banning analog tech and mirrors by 2009. He manipulates children through a fake educational show called The Might of the Subconscious, teaching them how to create imaginary friends, which are likely tulpa alternates. He first targeted Mark Heathcliff as a child, stalking him from the shadows. Years later, he tormented Mark again, pushing him to take his own life by working alongside another alternate. He also corrupted public safety videos to mislead the public and increase alternate attacks, replacing key survival tips with deadly misinformation. His kidnappings led to a series of victims' parents ending their own lives. The Intruder left behind disturbing signs, even manipulating the corpses of victims as a taunt. He seems to view himself as a father figure to his victims, calling Adam Murray his sweet boy and insisting they share a past, though he implies the current Adam isn't the original. Escaping the Intruder isn't straightforward. Mirrors, analog screens, and televisions can act as gateways for him. The only real defense is total disconnection from analog tech and refusing to engage with any strange broadcasts or voices. The Locust. The Locust, also known as the Thumper, is from The Organator Enterprise, a series by Dr. Nowhere. It's a tall, black, humanoid entity with long, thin limbs, hollow eyes, and tube-like structures around its head and neck, giving it a biomechanical look. Despite its terrifying form, it speaks and behaves with an eerie, childlike tone, often using broken or awkward language that quickly turns into threats. It appears through screens, TVs, phones, or any digital device, then physically breaks through using its limbs. Once it emerges, it hunts down victims and presumably consumes their internal organs, leaving their bodies to appear untouched. It's intelligent, relentless, and moves extremely fast, making hiding nearly useless. To survive, immediately turn off any device it appears on. If possible, destroy the screen entirely. If it breaks through, running is slightly better than hiding, but only if you can get far. Using a fast vehicle may be your best and only real chance. The Witch. The Witch is the central antagonist of the Fairy Tales horror series. She's the one responsible for creating the wolf, making a deal when he was just a child that required a real wolf, his deepest fear and his soul. Since then, she's orchestrated the events behind every major death in the series. She first appears in a human disguise, normal face, long nose, but her real form has a smoke-like face, disturbingly real eyes, and a small, unnatural grin. Her powers center around soul collection, and she uses manipulation and fear to get what she wants. She feeds off the souls of victims the wolf kills and gains power from them. She can't be reasoned with and shows no empathy. Her only goal is power. The Operator. The Operator is the main antagonist of the Marble Hornets ARG horror series. It's a tall, faceless entity in a black suit that stalks and mentally breaks down its victims, especially Alex Crowley, a filmmaker who became a paranoid murderer under its influence. The Operator rarely attacks directly. Instead, it manipulates others into violence or warps reality until victims lose control. When someone is no longer useful, it drags them into a mysterious realm called the Ark and moves on to someone else. It can teleport, distort time, wipe memories, cause hallucinations, alter perception, like temperature, and create madness in anyone exposed to it. It also causes digital interference, glitching out cameras or audio. Even when not physically attacking, its presence alone is enough to break someone down over time. Bon. Bon the Dancing Rabbit is the main villain of the Walton Files. He was once the friendly mascot of Bon's Burgers and part of the animatronic band The Showstoppers. After Jack Walton disappeared, Bon's animatronic body became possessed by a violent spirit that turned him into a murderer. He now hunts and kills people connected to the company, then traps their souls inside other animatronics, claiming he's making them beautiful. Bon's appearance is a blue humanoid rabbit with green eyes, sharp teeth, a red bow tie, and a black chest button. Over time, his body becomes broken and blood-stained. In animated segments, he looks soft and cartoonish to appeal to kids, but that's only a disguise. The entity inside him, referred to as Bon, is a pale, faceless humanoid with scars, no nose, and a permanent twisted smile. He wears white clothes and a black tie. While physically brutal, Bon is also manipulative. He speaks calmly, tries to gain trust, and convinces victims their transformation is a gift. Bon is capable of dismembering people with his bare hands. He may also have some telepathic or supernatural ability, as he can appear inside media like videotapes and video games, interacting from within them, though with limitations.